Hey everybody, this is Freddy with Freddy Can Fly. Welcome back. In this video tutorial, I wanted to go over taking what we learned in the last video and kind of bumping it up a little bit before we start getting into even more maneuvers. And what I mean by that is I wanted to get into to teach you how to learn how to do hard collective stops or throttle pumps, if you've ever heard that term before. And what a throttle pump refers to is coming out of a move and giving it a really hard stop. And you'll notice how that kind of got a really hard stop. You can almost hear the blades kind of make like a slapping sound. And this is a really cool effect that almost every single pro flyer uses, because not only is it visually cool to watch that heli stop instantly, the sound is also really cool. It makes you feel really excited when you're flying. Okay, so and you'll see here I'm doing a lot of throttle pumps. Okay. And the key to those we'll go over real quick on how exactly those are performed. Now, obviously, as we've went over, when flying 3D, a lot of what you do is based upon your cyclic and not your collective. What I mean by that is I could never achieve a rollover like this by using a lot of collective. And actually, if you'll view my left stick real quick, my collective, you'll see that my cyclic pitch rolls really fast and my collective barely moves little, if not barely at all. So you'll see that that's how you want to transition in between all your different moves. Now, with that being said, when you're really fluent at transitioning in between your moves while using very little pitch, collective pitch that is, now we're open for doing the throttle pumps or hard collective stops. And also we want to make sure we're really good at that stalling position, because that's also going to unload the head and allow us to get that really fast stop with all of our full RPMs. So the way this is going to work is we'll do it with some front flips. Okay, you're going to want to front flip and stall, and as you come out you want to leave it in that stalling position a little bit longer than you would normally do. That way you can get a little bit of downwards momentum, and when you roll out of that flip you want to give the collective a really hard pump and return back to center immediately. Don't give it a full out collective to where you're hitting the top of your radio's limits. Just a really quick nudge. So if I front flip and stall it, I'm going to go a quick nudge and back to center. You see how it kind of stopped really hard? Quick nudge, back to center. Boom. Okay, if we're going to do some sideways ones, quick nudge, and returning back to center is the key to it, guys, because it loads up the blades and then it frees them up instantly. So we're going to nudge center, give it a nudge, back to center, back to center. Okay, and this can take a lot of time to kind of learn how to do this, because they're hard to do, but man, do they add a really cool effect to your flying dynamics. This is more of an advanced level, because if you miss pitch one time while doing this, you can really throw that heli into the ground really fast, and obviously nobody wants to do that. So play around with that a little bit, guys. You can even take it up here a little bit and do it. Just give it those really quick movements and return back to center every time, and then get ready for your next trick setup. So back to center, and let it fall, back to center. Another cool way you can do this, and it'll add a little bit of a momentum look to it, is I almost call them a 4-point flip, to where you're gonna go positive, negative, negative, it gets a little confusing. Your left stick during one flip is gonna go from positive to negative, from positive and back into negative. What I mean by that is we're gonna go positive, negative, like that. See how I made almost a square? Now if I do that really quick, it kind of keeps me in a square at in the center position like this. You'll see how it kind of does that. Now after you're good at doing these, there's a trick into these to throwing in some really cool collective pumps. So the way it works is, you'll notice when I go up to front flip, if I hang back on the negative side, it wants to propel me in the opposite direction. So I consider these to be almost a double collective pump, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it, allow a little bit of negative hang time, and then I'm going to save it with negative again after I transition from a little bit of that positive. So as a demonstration, what that's going to look like is you'll see it hangs back, and then you give it some negative. If we do it again, you'll see that it hangs back, negative, hangs back, negative. It almost gives it a cool little momentum shifting look, if you will, to where I'm going to go up, and then save it. So you just give it that real quick a little bit of extra. Oh, that one actually crashed me. So that'll do it for this video lesson, you guys. Throttle pumps are going to be a, it can possibly be a mid to an advanced skill level maneuver, but I will recommend you do not practice it until you are truly comfortable with flying 3D. Now you can do some right side up collective pumps, and here's a good way to learn them. Just kind of pitch up and let it float down at 0. Let it float down at 0. Quick nudge back to 0. Let it float down. Give that quick nudge back to 0. Stalling points, quick nudge, stalling points, quick nudge, and these are things you guys got to get really good at if you want to get these nice snappy movements. Otherwise, they're not really that achievable. Realistically, throttle pumps are one of the most widely done things in a 3D flight because they add that over dramatic snappy look. It's like you're going 100 miles an hour and then you stop instantly, even though you're really not. So throw a little bit of a freestyle here with you, doing some of the different collective pump maneuvers we were just talking about. And that's basically it, guys. It's a really fun thing to do. Once you get fluent at it and you're comfortable. It caused another crash here, sorry. Get really good at the 3D aspect first. Come back to these collective pumps later. And with that being said, guys, we'll move on in our next video series and we'll start tackling some of the cool 3D maneuvers you see done almost every day by your favorite pilots. Thanks for watching. Please comment. We'll see you on the next video.